Hi guys, I just had to come back on here with a quick disclaimer. Okay, so I just filmed the video. It's a story basically, and everything that I said in the story, these are all my opinions and how I feel about the situation. If you don't agree with it, you can respectfully tell me in the comment area. You know, I'm open to hearing what everybody has to say. If you have something to say about what I said in my story, I don't want to, it's not to be offensive or anything to anybody or any race of people. This was just my reaction at the time that it happened. And yeah, just don't come for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm just sharing a story. I'm sharing an experience of something that happened to me, and that's that. So if you want to stick around and listen to it, do so. I'd appreciate it. If not, you can just click the exit button and I'll see you in my next video. Good day, YouTube. It's me, Socialite Noelle, and I am filming at nighttime. But I just really want to share a story with you guys, so brace yourself. I'm about to get into it. So I met this young man. We went on a date. He seems really interesting. We had a lot in common. His birthday was one day before mine. He invited me to go with him to like a Caribbean trip, but I didn't because obviously I didn't know him that well, and I can't go on a trip with somebody I don't know that well, because that's how you end up on the 10 o'clock news. You know what I'm saying? So finally he catches up to me after a few weeks, and he's like, oh, what happened? You should meet up with me. So I was like, okay. So I was in a town next to the town that he lived in. So I was like, okay, meet me at this location, whatever. He meets me. We're talking, we're catching up. And then, in the middle of our conversation, he drops the N-word. Yes, the N-word. And you're probably like, okay. Well, homeboy was white. You can't be dropping an N-word and you're white. Dear white people, you cannot use the N-word. So then he's like, oh, he's European. I guess, you know, there are cultural differences. I hear, since I'm not European, that in Europe, there really isn't racism like there is in the States, but it's more classism. It goes by class. So I don't know. And a lot of Europeans, from what I hear, they feel like Americans are so sensitive. So when he said, it was like just subtle, like that's right, nigga. Like just it was just like he said it, like, you know, he says it every day or something. So I was like, so I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't hear him right. Maybe he was saying something about the country Nigeria. Maybe he was trying to say the word, maybe he was trying to say the word black, but he didn't, he was trying to say it, but it came out in his own language or something. So I was like, excuse me? He was like, yeah, I said nigger. I was like, I'm like, I would really appreciate if you don't use that word. I was like, it really makes me uncomfortable. And I was like, secondly, I don't even use the word nigger. I don't go up to people and I don't greet them with the word nigger. And if someone talks to me and they think that it's a term of endearment to come up to me and say, what's up, nigger? I don't respond. That's just me as a person. So if I'm asking you to stop, just don't. And then homeboy had to go on and on about how stupid, it's just a word. I just told you that the word makes me uncomfortable. So why are you justifying using a word that you know makes me uncomfortable? Like, you're being disrespectful at this point. So now I'm just over it. I'm like, I'm ready to check. I'm ready to go. Like, what? And he was like, oh, when you met me, that's not fair. You thought I was black. I didn't think he was black. I really did. But after you told me that you were white, you can't use it. He's like, oh, well, I work in Patterson. All my homeboys there. He has an Italian accent. We are in Patterson. Now, if you don't know anything about Patterson, New Jersey, if you ever saw the movie Lean on Me, with the high school that was kind of crazy. The high school was based in a town called Paterson, New Jersey. So all my friends, they refer to me as white nigger. So his black friends call him white nigger. So he thinks he could just go around saying nigger to everybody. That's how you get your ass beat. And I really wanted to tell him that, but I said, you know what? Since he know everything, he gonna have to learn the hard way. He gonna go on a wrong date or hang in the wrong black area. He gonna think he down. He gonna get that ass tapped. He's like, oh, it's not fair, it's just a word. You know, my friends call me white nigger, and you know, I'm dark, and I wish I was black. I hate being this way. I want to be black. Sir, it sounds like you're having an identity crisis. So lay on my couch while I give you a session. You're having an identity crisis. And so I was just like really flabbergasted, because I've never been in a situation like that before, where an American in this area, New Jersey, they would never dare drop the N-word, especially if they don't know you like that. But to boldly drop the N-word and then try to justify why you're dropping the N-word, and then on top of that confessing that you wish you were black, and you're basically having... Yeah, so he was blocked and deleted on the cell phone. And if I run into him again, he better look the other way. Like I said, I don't know if it's a cultural difference, a European/American. I just don't get it, because he said he was only in the country for 6 years. But that was just so crazy to me that I just had to share it with YouTube, because I was like, that right there was just like, when he said it, I was just like, and then it was like an all-white place, an all-white like bar that we went to. I told him to meet me at, and it was a white man sitting on the side of me, and I saw him look over at us like, he turned around, started sipping his drink like, Like he said, he looked over like, homeboy say, what? Looked over and was like, I was like, see, now other white people are looking at you like you crazy and you don't even know it. So yeah, that's my story. Interracial dating gone wrong. And he claims he doesn't like white women, he only likes black women. But I don't understand how he figures he's going to find a black woman in America that's going to accept him using the N-word, especially, you know, greeting her using the N-word. And my thing is, when you find this chick, let me know so I can slap some sense into it. So yeah, so Europeans, when you come to America, you cannot say the N-word. White people in America, you can't say the N-word. And black people, stop giving white people passes to be black like Robin Thicke, Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, because it's easy to want to be black and to be down until it's time to be black. And I understand that our culture is very dominant. Like, you know, rappers have concerts all around the world, China, you know, Vietnam, Portugal, and these people don't even speak English, but they're so, you know, engulfed in the African American or Black American, or however you refer to yourself in America, in our culture, that it's just like everybody wants to be African American from what I see. And I follow a lot of YouTubers, and they're always referring to American slang or saying something that a black rapper or, you know, someone of black descent in America says. Like, everybody loves America, but you still can't use the N-word. And I wish rappers stop using the N-word in their songs. Also, what else did I want to say? Oh yeah. So yeah, and it's so funny that not really funny, but when he said the N-word, it was just like, I was so freaking shocked. Like, I've never heard a white person in person say the N-word. I've never, in all my 30-something years, I've never heard another race say the N-word, especially not talking to me. So I was so shocked that I didn't even have words, really. And it's so funny, because when I got in the car and I was driving home, I'm like, oh, I should have ripped him a new one. I should have said this. I should have. You know how it is. After something happened and you think of all the clever stuff that you should have and could have and would have said. So yeah, so if anybody's wondering why I didn't have much to say, or I wasn't so vocal during, you know, expressing myself when I first heard it, because I was like I said, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, now that this has happened and I thought of all the clever stuff I shoulda, coulda, woulda said, if it ever happens again, I'm gonna say all that stuff that I wish I would have said this time. But yeah, that's that.